The first big storm of the winter announced itself on a Friday in December. For 2 days, a low-pressure cell rotated over the city like a millstone, grinding clouds into snow. All weekend, those of us who lived in the house and a handful of our tranch mates took turns excavating the driveway. Lisa and Loretta could have afforded a removal service, but we wouldn't let them pay for labor any able-bodied Tau could perform. By Monday morning, the streets were mostly passable, and I was able to get to work. At the end of the day, I made my way home under streetlights that bled a muddy orange glow, the color of pill bottles and chronic depression. But I wasn't depressed, just tired. Tired enough to slow down for the familiar quarter-mile walk from the subway. Tired enough to be, as Amanda liked to say, in the moment, thinking about nothing in particular, and paying casual attention to the street, the sidewalk, the few flakes of snow silting from a cloud-locked sky. I catalogued the cars parked by curbside, some still cloaked in the white burqas of the weekend blizzard, which is how I happened to notice a Toyota Venza idling in the curb zone not far from the house. The skin of snow adhering to it suggested it had been in place for at least an hour. Much of its glass was opaque with condensation, but the moisture had been swiped from the side windows and windshield, which meant I could see the shape of the car's sole occupant, a man in a navy blue parka who quickly turned away when he saw me looking. There was nothing very unusual about this, but the long shadows of the streetlights gave it a film noir ambiance, a hint of mystery, enough so that I mentioned it to Lisa when I came into the house and found her in the kitchen fixing a paella de marisco so fragrant I wished I had something better in store for my own dinner than ramen and bagged salad. "There's enough for 3, she said, tranch telepathy operating at optimum sensitivity. But I shook my head and asked whether she knew anybody who drove a green Venza. She put her spoon on the counter and gave me her full attention. "Why do you ask?" Which caused my own tranch telepathy to emit a cautionary buzz. Because it's outside idling, and the guy at the wheel looks... I tried to make this light-hearted. Furtive. "Oh, I see." Lisa exchanged a look with Loretta, who had come in from the next room with her finger marking her place in a hardcover novel. "What? Is it somebody you know?" "Adam, did you happen to notice the license number?" "No. Why would I notice the license number?" Like 2 gray-feathered birds of distinct species cohabitating a single telephone wire, Lisa and Loretta frowned in concert. Lisa, ordinarily the voluble one, seemed reluctant to speak. Loretta, who seldom opened her mouth unless a word seemed urgent, said, "I'll call Trevor. Should we tell Mouse?" "Maybe not," Lisa said. "I mean, until we're sure." "Sure of what?" I asked. "What's this all about? What did I miss?" "I'll let Trevor explain," said Lisa. I had learned some basic truths about what it meant to be a Tau in the 3.5 months since I moved into the tranch house. One of those truths was Taus don't gossip. Much. We were human beings. We talked about each other. But given how much time we spent together, I had heard very little malicious talk, and none that was really malicious. Our boundaries were pretty carefully respected, in other words, which was why I didn't know a whole lot about Mouse, the woman who lived in the basement. Lisa and Loretta currently had 3 tenants, including me, all Taus. One was a middle-aged used bookstore owner with an income so sporadic that the money he saved by boarding here made the difference, some months, between eating and going hungry. I liked him, but we weren't especially close. The third